Hola, mis amigos. Bienvenido a la referencia de la película, aka the movie
Movie
reference.
reference.
This is episode 38. Are you happy? Um, if you're looking for this podcast, you came to the right place. If you weren't, I'm so sorry. You might have found us on Apple, Spotify, or Anchor. You see that save? I didn't even mean to do that. And make sure you follow us at the movie reference on Instagram. I'm Mark Denny, and this is Brittany Denny. We're here to talk about life and movies.
And películas.
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 Yeah. Man, oh man. And I tell you what, we got a packed up show today. No, not really. We have a lot of Doctor Strange talk. I have a lot of points that I would like to make.
I have a lot to say, but I don't know if they're points.
We're going to do a mini Mark's mini movie highlight moment. I don't know if Brittany has any cheese may. I forgot to ask her at the beginning. But if she doesn't, we'll just skip over that and then we'll get into our spoiler review of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So, but we'll tell you when we get to the spoiler part. Faux show.
Oh, show.
So what's going on? What's going on?
Man, a whole lot of nothing, son.
Nothing.
Well, wait. This weekend was jam-packed. We had Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
So we took mom out.
Mm-hmm.
We had lunch. I bought her a pretty dress and a plant and a towel.
A towel, huh?
It's because it had a funny quote on it or something.
Oh, okay.
It was like something along the lines of everyone has their difficulties or something like that. And then it was like some women marry it and some give birth to it. So I thought it'd be
wow.
Yeah. It's about
Sounds
me.
like a diss about me right there.
It's a diss about me. That's why I bought it.
Are you kidding me? Your mom's favorite.
No, I'm not. Steven is.
I'm her least favorite.
I'm ready
if
to
we
go
had to
home.
rank the children, obviously Steven's number one. Numero uno.
Steven's number one. But he doesn't even talk. We went to dinner or lunch with him.
Yeah.
Wait, I was driving around the whole time.
Yeah.
He doesn't say a word. He worked out with Nathan. I don't know if they worked out in silence. They both don't talk.
Jorge was there.
Did Steven talk at all?
Kind of.
And then we drove him to lunch and I go, Steven, what's wrong? You never talk to me anymore. And then he's like, I'm just tired. I'm like, yeah, right. If I was Curti or whatever, your girlfriend, you would have talked. And he's like, didn't say anything. And then we're eating and he doesn't talk again. And I go, wow. Do we have nothing in common now? Am I too old? Like nobody wants to talk to me or something?
I love talking to you.
Right? I'm a hoot and a half.
Hoot and a half.
And then I went out with my mother-in-law. We took her shopping. She didn't want to eat because she's like, Mom.
She had a piece of bread, probably.
So she was full.
She was full for the day.
She was done eating for the day. So I was starving while we were shopping. And I was like, I gotta go. Honey, if there's no food involved, I'm out. I gotta be fed. Oh, and then don't tell Lizette.
We're recording.
Okay, well, she'll find out eventually. But we had ramen yesterday night. Yeah. Awkward. We had to taste it for her to see if she'll like it. So
we're the screeners for her.
Yeah.
So this is a new joint.
Yeah, new joint. It's called the Night Market. And it's super cute, but the ramen was spicy. It destroyed my booty hole this morning. All day at work.
Oh my
God. You wouldn't believe what happened at work today.
Oh,
I get there on time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And whilst I'm on my way, I'm getting bubble guts. Like my stomach's like, ooh, it's going left, right, side to side, up and down. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm there. Nobody's in the parking lot. And I'm like,
and you were like,
I gave it 5 minutes. I text the one girl because she's always there. That's why I was concerned. Because she's always there before me. I go, yo, are we open today? She goes, yeah, I'm just running a little late. I was like, whoa, she never runs late. So then another girl gets there. This is already 20 minutes later. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck's going on, bruh? She's like, I came late because the manager is just texting me asking me if I have the key and I don't have the key. And I was like, oh
Uh-oh.
my God. So that means she hasn't even left her house yet. And then we text her, she's like, I'm almost on my way. And I was like,
Almost
yeah,
on my
right. And the patients are all waiting outside and they're all getting upset. And he's like, I thought you opened at 8:30. I was like, yeah, I thought so too, pal. But I'm out here waiting
Buddy.
too. Yeah, bud. What? I don't have to give you attitude. You think I want to be sat outside in the heat, like waiting to get inside? I had to poop so bad. I was getting frustrated. And I had to text my manager. I was like, is anyone with a key coming? Because I gotta go to the bathroom hardcore. And yet, no answer. So we wait outside 45 minutes. These people, how are you late to your job every single day? Like, I don't understand. I understand maybe once a week you can play that game. But how are you late every single day to work? Do you is it fun to be late? Do you like rushing to work? Because all the patients were like, they knew that it was her fault, right? And
They're all eyeballing her.
yeah, because I said it. Just kidding. We all were like, we're waiting on the manager. We don't have a key. So they're all like, when she's opening the door, oh wow, that's who we're waiting for, And then I would hate that kind of pressure. So don't give me the key. I'll just wait outside. But I'm always sat there waiting in my car. So I never know what time to get to work. If I come late, all eyes are on Britster. If I'm there too early, nobody gives a shit. So I don't know what to do.
The main thing is, did you relieve yourself?
Yes, I did.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Good
job. Wow. We went from talking about the ranking of us, of mom's favorites, to you having bubble guts. How cool is
I
that?
think everyone should understand it's a natural thing. And that's how spicy the ramen was. So let that be a warning to anyone that goes to that ramen place.
If you're feeling froggy, though.
If you have the day off the next day, yeah, eat it. Don't make it a Sunday thing.
Don't do it Sundays.
Don't do it Sundays.
Nope.
I'm full of regret, but I'm good now. I'm good now. I was having stomach pain until 2 p.m. today.
Oh my God. No wonder why you're eating fruit. No?
Are you posting this video?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'm eating fruit. I'm eating watermelon. What's it to you?
Nothing.
I'm trying to be a skinny queen because this weekend also I said yes to that dress.
What? That deserves a round of applause. Yeah,
I found the wedding dress of my dreams. Well, maybe 3 dresses of my dreams, but the lady's like, go with your gut. Go with your gut. I was like, I want them all, lady.
Go with your heart.
But I went with I went for a regal Met Gala theme. Yeah.
All right, we'll see. I'll believe it when I see it.
I'll believe when I see it.
I believe when I see it. What do you mean you did see it?
Well, they have to. Okay. So our appointment took too long.
Uh-oh.
The other place I went to, I was getting bored already. We finished after an hour. I was like, that's it. Because she was rushing me. She's like, you want to say yes to the dress? Is that it? And I was like, woman, I tried on like 5 dresses.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'll think about it. I kind of like this dress. So it's probably my best bet. And then I went to this other place. And she let me try on like 30 plus dresses. I mean, and then I ended up sticking with like the first 3 that I tried on. But she gave me that freedom. And I was there for like maybe 2 hours. And we were getting near to the end. She goes, okay, we have 30 minutes left. So we might need to make another appointment, or you go with your gut with the one you like. I was like, okay, let me try these on again with the tiara and the veil. The tiara. The veil was gorgeous. But so yeah, it was so much fun.
But you had doubts.
I had doubts
going into it.
Yes, I had my doubts.
That's because you had a bad experience the first time.
And the vibes were off at the other place. Like she didn't make me feel comfortable. I was sweating. I was
Ugh.
schwitzing.
Yeah.
And it felt uncomfortable because you have to be naked with these people, which I was like, can I just pop it on and then you come in and zip me up? But no, they want to be with you the whole time. They think I'm gonna steal something. How am I steal a big ass gown? So, but with this lady, I was super comfortable. I was just like on and off, on and off. I felt like we were best
You got to the
pals.
point you're like, enjoyed the show?
Yeah, and I actually hit her in the face with my butt.
Dang.
So we had a
Kim
lot of
K
fun.
over here. Somebody doing them squats.
Yeah. So
Never
yeah,
miss a leg day.
I 10 out of 10 recommend this place if you're looking for bridal gowns.
You never even said the name. Do you even remember the name?
It's called Ivory Atelier. Something like that. It's some bougie place in River Oaks.
Can't even remember the name.
It's French, bro. And then I found the dress, and then we were about to check out. Like I was waiting for the girl, and I go turn to mom, my best friend Amy. I was like, you know what? I didn't ask how much the dress was.
Well,
That had me schwitzing for a moment. I was like, I think she would have told me if it was on a budget, right? And mom goes, I don't know. So I was like,
well,
we'll
hopefully,
find out.
I mean, it won't be bad.
It was a budget.
If it was meant to be, it's meant to be.
It was in my fake budget.
Your fake budget, your 10 grand budget.
I told them a big number.
Yeah.
So I thought I would get treated differently. But they were super sweet.
So they sounded interesting.
No, let's not say that because I just said like I'm 10 out of 10.
Yeah, but that was part of your doubts.
Did you hear that, Mark?
I know, just Nathan, the way he said they were interesting. I don't say that because I just highly recommended them.
Forget about what Nathan said.
He meant that about the first place.
The place was immaculate vibes. Champagne was everywhere. They offered us cookies. It was just so much fun.
Cookies. What
Yeah.
a worst thing to offer when you're trying on dresses. People are all
I know I didn't get to have
self-conscious.
any, but I got to have champagne.
Yeah. It's I know it's supposed to calm you or whatever, but like, man, imagine just like, here's some donuts. I know you've been working hard on looking a certain way. Here's some donuts while we try on dresses.
I know, but she even made me feel comfortable, like when the dresses didn't fit because they're a sample size, so they're only
Yeah.
for skinny minis
Of course.
and A cup boobies. But she still made me feel super comfortable. You know, she wasn't like making trying to,
It wasn't like Keira Knightley in Pirates of the Caribbean.
yeah, I could still breathe.
Boom. Movie reference.
Boom, roasted.
Oh man, dang. Well, that's exciting. I'm happy you found a dress. It was funny
Y'all
when
better still come to the wedding.
yeah, I kind of have to, you know what I'm saying? Of course. No, of course. But it was funny because when you just texted, the family group, and I was like, I told Lisette, and then she's like, oh, let me text, and she texted our group, and she's like,
Mhm.
wait, does Nathan know that she said yes to the dress? I said, I actually don't know. She didn't text that group.
I told Nathan.
Yeah, of course.
And then what else was I gonna say?
Oh.
Oh, the champagne they had there was delicious. Like I usually hate
Delicious.
champagne. Like I'm
Yeah.
like, it's one of those drinks where I take a sip and I'm like, like I can feel
You-
all my wrinkles popping out from like
It just
not
feels like
to explain it.
it's not refreshing. It literally is just like
Yeah.
drinking. I don't know how to like nothing. Like it's just
Yeah,
like air,
like
like hot air.
Alka-Seltzer. Yeah. But this one was delicious. And then the lady taught me, you have to get extra dry because it's like more sweet.
No, it's
Like I had no idea. And then I Googled it. It's a good price, so I'll buy some.
it's within your fake budget.
It's one of my big budget.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh jeez.
What about your
Okay.
weekend? Sorry, mine was a long one.
Oh no, it's all good. Honestly, I'm drawing a blank now. Lisette's been working really hard on her paper, her final paper, and I'm so proud of her. She's working so hard and she's doing so great. It's been kind of fun because now that I'm done. Oh, by the way, I'm done. Woohoo! That's it. Today's the day, guys, ladies and gentlemen. I am a graduate. I have a master's in film and media studies.
Do you want to get a PhD?
Okay, hold on. Hold on. No.
No.
No. It's such a good opportunity to say it's a dirty joke, but I'm not. I'm gonna be mature. I have a master's degree now. Y'all, bachelors and associates.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But
This
today's
is
the day,
exactly how masters people are.
man. But man, this was intense. It was. I ended up failing one of my exams, and so I had to revise my paper. She gave me a week turnaround, and I did it. It's just because I misinterpreted what the assignment was or the question. So I redid it, and she didn't this time around when I sent it. She didn't. Oh, sorry. The first time that I sent my papers, she said got them. This time around, she didn't. So I freaked out for like 2 hours, like
Yeah.
waiting for her to say, "Okay, I got your paper," right, just to let me know she received it, and she didn't. And I was like pacing back and forth. I was eating everything I could. I was having such a big anxiety attack. And then all of a sudden I get the email saying congrats, and she commended me for turning the paper back in so quickly and making it basically a complete 180. And I was like, man, that's so cool. So I was so excited. And then today was graduation for ASU students, and so yeah, now it says congrats on my my profile when I log in. But yeah, Lisette this weekend is working hard, and we did go to her mom's to celebrate Mother's Day, and that was fun. Um, but nothing's popping out right now, other than we went to go see Doctor Strange, of course, and we'll get to that later.
We'll get to that right now.
No, hold on, I gotta do.
Oh
we
yeah,
gotta we gotta keep the structure that we just started last week.
Yeah. Keep it up.
All right. Mark's movie moment highlight. Okay. Not much actually, to be honest with you. It's been kind of slim pickings, so this will probably be really quick. I want to talk about a movie that I watched. I've been waiting for it. It's a Guy Ritchie film. It popped up on Netflix, and it's called The Gentleman.
Yeah, I've seen it already.
Yeah, I haven't.
What?
I haven't seen it, and I've been waiting for it. I forget,
really
it wasn't
good
on
movie.
anything that I had, so it popped up on Netflix, and I was like, "Oh, now I can watch it." I've been waiting for this movie, and I gotta say, man, Guy Ritchie, the last two films I watched with him, or from him, Wrath of Man, and The Gentleman. I'm impressed. I loved The Gentleman. Was dope.
Right?
It was good. Matthew McConaughey was awesome. Charlie Hunnam was great. Hugh Grant. Oh my God, he did so good.
Hell yeah. Colin Farrell?
The only person I didn't like in the movie that bothered the crap out of me, his performance. I never had an actor bother me because of their performance. Was I think it's Jeremy Strong, or is that his name? He wears the glasses in the movie. He's the bad guy technically, or is an even badder guy than.
Oh.
Yeah, he's in the show. Oh crap, what's it called? Billions or Billionaire or whatever it's called. Succession. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what he looks like.
I gotta say his name correctly. I feel like I said someone else's name, another actor's name.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what he was going for, but I did not like. Yeah, Jeremy Strong. I said Jeremy Strong. I did not like the whole his performance was just really off compared to the rest of the movie. I didn't know what he was going for. It just didn't sit right with me. That was my only complaint. No offense to the guy, I don't know if I could do better. I'm just saying, for me, it stuck out. Like every time he was on screen, I was like, oh, he's so annoying. Why did he choose to do that accent? Or why did he choose to have that voice? Like, unless he was going for something, but they never clearly like defined it other than him being this uber billionaire person that was
What
going
if
to take
that's his real
over.
accent?
No, because he's all deep voice and everything else, I think. But this one was like a weird, like he was supposed to play like an Aristocat, but I think he was supposed to be a little. I don't know. I don't know what the decision was. All I know is that took me out of the movie, but everything else was really good. I got
Yeah.
really mad at Crazy Rich Asians guy,
Oh yeah.
because
That
he was about to
bad.
do something bad, but I'm so happy that Matthew McConaughey took care of
Stopped it.
business. It was beautiful. But yeah, check it out. Guy Ritchie, this movie, and Wrath of Man. I keep messing that up. And it's weird because with Guy Ritchie, I remember I saw Snatch and what is the other one? The Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Is that what it's called? I remember seeing those, but I remember from him usually it's like Sherlock Holmes that I remember. Because
From
I
Guy
like,
Ritchie?
yeah, like I know
Not
those are.
Rock and Roller?
Oh, Rock and Roller, that's right. I do like Rock and
Mhm.
Roller. But I feel like these last two have been really, I don't know, I really enjoy these last two.
All his movies are good.
Yeah, I think I need to do a Guy Ritchie marathon.
Yeah.
Go through all of them. But yeah, check out The Gentleman. It's on Netflix. It was one of the movies that was like in the top 10 this past weekend. The only other movie thing I have related is the Avatar 2 trailer, which
Looks
everybody
lame.
if you went to go see Doctor Strange this past weekend, you technically got the first look at the
Mhm.
footage, and then today, Monday, because that's when we're recording it, it was actually released officially for everyone to watch. I don't know how to feel. I feel
I know
like,
exactly how to feel.
oh gosh, go ahead.
Give it up.
Give it up.
Leave it as a Disney park ride. Don't try to capitalize on it. We all
Yeah.
forgot about the movie. It's been 10 years. And the first time around,
13 years.
13 years. Don't age us. And the first one, was good, but we could end it there. If you're going to make 10, 13 years to make a freaking movie and it's mediocre,
Well, we don't know.
I can tell.
Okay, here's the
I
thing.
can tell.
I'm totally on the fence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we've said it before, our brother ran this movie into the ground, the first movie into the ground. Never had an issue with it. I thought the first movie was pretty awesome. James Cameron is one of the dopest directors out there. He did Terminator, Terminator 2, True Lies, Titanic. He's awesome. He's fantastic. And Avatar,
Was the title Papyrus?
yes, it's in Papyrus still.
Oh my god.
But the first Avatar, I remember for me, it got really hyped up because of the theater experience, but we never went to go see it in theaters. So the first experience I had with it was my first Blu-ray I ever bought.
Oh yeah,
The very
that's
first
true.
Blu-ray. And I think even when I bought the Blu-ray, we didn't have anything to play it on, so we had to watch the DVD. Luckily, it was a combo pack. But I remember watching and going, wow, this is actually a really good movie. I bet you it's pretty awesome in theaters because of all the colors, and people were raving about the 3D quality. And so I loved it at the time. And then, like we said, Steven just really played it. Like, I even came by recently and he was watching it, and I was like, I just don't
Maybe
know.
it matched the TV screen.
Yeah, it definitely. we gotta give the. We could probably find a better TV by the dumpster for them. I mean, no, but like, I do like the movie. It just, like I said, it just got really played, and I do want to check it out again. This was only a little disappointing because listen, this movie's been in development for a long time. It's been uh they've been filming it for a while, and he's obviously has a story idea for Avatar 2, 3, 4, and I believe 5,
Oh,
and it all connects and everything like that. And I
it's
feel
gonna
like
take 60 years to watch all of it.
yeah, but he did a bunch of research to figure out how to film underwater to make it look realistic and that whole thing. And James Cameron's really, really great at being the pioneer of advancing technology, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what he's been spending his time on, and that's why it's taken so long, and that's why this movie's been delayed, delayed, delayed. And I was thinking about it today, Britt, because in the reality of the things, what makes this different, right? Avatar to Avatar 2 from something like Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick. They're both X amount of years apart and they're both sequels, but how come we're more excited for Top Gun than we are for Avatar if we liked the first Avatar and we liked the first Top Gun? What's different?
Tom Cruise doing his own stunts.
No green screen.
Yeah, none of that CGI shit.
Wow. Okay, fair enough.
And that's a great question. I think it's because the Avatar trailer was all silent, no talking. It was all just visual. And call me nuts. Maybe I'm just not into the artistic stuff. Because every time I go into a movie just thinking about the cinematography, I regret that I wasted like 2 hours or 3 hours watching a film just because of the cinematography.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's not worth being bored just to look at pretty stuff.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I just
I
think
went
I
there.
think for the amount of time that has went by, not saying that they had to give away story, there should have been like a minute, like a revisit, right? To what is it called, Pandora, right? That's where they are.
Yeah.
And then like another minute of like actual, like they did a little bit of dialogue, but it should have been a little bit more considering how long it's been.
Yeah.
If they really just wanted to do a tease, they could have just been like a bunch of noise and then a close up onto the blue
And then
face.
Avatar. Yeah, I don't know. That was
But
a bad idea to release it that way.
but at the same time, I know this movie is going to make a lot of money. It's coming out in December, which is prime. I mean, that thing is gonna it's gonna get a lot of money. And from what I hear, they're gonna re-release the first Avatar too. So it's like, that movie's gonna it's already number one again, right? It's back at number one. So as far as like worldwide, is it worldwide box office or U.S. box office? It's number one. It's made a lot of money, and I don't know. I think the second one's gonna do well, and I'm interested, but I think it might be. I don't want to say that I won't go see it because I might go see it.
Maybe if we do the AMC membership thing.
I think that because I never got to experience the first Avatar the way it was meant to be seen, that I would like to experience. I would like to at least go see that one again in the way it's supposed to be seen, since it's going to be all remastered and stuff.
Maybe we can see it together.
Perhaps.
That
sounds like a friendship right there.
Damn straight.
And that concludes the movie highlights. So there was nothing else that
you were too busy this weekend.
Yeah, the only other thing, well, not really. It wasn't. It's just been slim pickings. The only other thing that I remember seeing was seeing the picture of Jane Foster and Natalie Portman and Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Lady Thor and Thor.
Yeah,
that looked pretty cool, but I didn't think it was like worth it, like super talk about. Maybe if it was a picture of Christian Bale's Gore the God Butcher, that would probably be warrant a big discussion. Even though I'm hella excited to see hella. That was a coincidence.
How young are you, bro?
No, because in Thor Ragnarok, the Hela is the villain in that movie, and now I'm talking about Thor again, and I'm hella excited that Natalie Portman is Lady Thor. It's gonna be pretty cool to see.
It's
And
gonna be hella dope.
Taika was talking about how he didn't want to revisit old treads of the relationship. He wanted it to challenge Thor and like mess with his mind, the fact that she is a fellow, Thor, I guess.
Dang.
Boom. That
Boom.
concludes that moment. Hey, Britt, what do you think of those timestamps? You think those are cool?
I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to do timestamps, guys, on these episodes. That way, if you like, I'm not really into this part, you can, skip ahead. You know what I'm saying?
I'll allow
Anyways, Brittany, do you have any cheese may?
My cheese bay corner is kind of heavy.
Oh gosh, no way.
Yahweh.
Is it? Is it court stuff or? Oh my gosh.
I'll say this, and I won't go too in depth because I don't know our audience that well.
Oh, okay.
But.
Oh wait, we gotta do your theme. Brittany's cheese may
Corner. The cheese bay corner is. That women have lost all their rights.
God.
And it's,
yeah. Okay.
I mean
it's
not cheese may, it's fact.
It's fact.
And we're basically going backwards. It's a full-on Handmaid's Tale in the United States. So get out of this place as quick as possible, ladies and gentlemen. I'm making a move to Europe or any safe sovereign nation I need to go to. Because soon, y'all, we ain't gonna have rights. No more rights to vote. We're gonna lose our rights to work, everything. Going backwards. So all you lazy sons of bitches, get registered to vote and actually vote instead of just bitching about it. Go vote because this is out of control, dogs. This is out of control.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
just letting you know, Plan B is getting, banned. IUDs are getting banned.
Yeah.
And then some places apparently want to remove condoms. So, except for married couples, which is a weird, I don't even know. It's been bleak. It's bleak out there, guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, another thing though, on a happier note, I kind of want to watch Everything Everywhere All at Once. I want to watch it again.
Oh, okay.
I thought I'd go up from there. Oh, the next thing is back to the trial.
Let's just make sure everyone I support you. Get registered, vote. Protect your rights and fix things that aren't being considered and the blindness of decisions. It should be. I don't know. There's how do you say it? It's just not right. It's an injustice.
It's a complete injustice.
Yeah.
And I would say if anyone is considering this to be a good idea the way we're headed, y'all should watch Handmaid's Tale because it's based on things that have happened in the United States, but on a escalated theme. And I feel like that's where we're headed. Play by play. Anyway, go out and vote. And
protest. Fight for your right.
And protest. Yeah.
And
or sign the
obviously,
petition.
Don't do it, don't go out in violence, but if you're gonna protest, make sure your voice is heard, do it the right way. Don't do it the wrong way. That concludes our our PS.
Our political segment, though. We're in now.
Did we navigate that, or did we navigate
We
that?
navigated that. So the next thing is the new chisme on the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial is that her stylist has finally spoken out because she claimed that she went on James Corden with 2 black eyes and a broken nose, and you can see when she's on there her skin looks immaculate, and I was like, if you got a broken ass nose, how can you hide that? And 2 black eyes, how are you gonna handle that? And she says that, she claims that these people saw her with these bruises and covered it up for her. But the stylist was like, I didn't see a mark on her. And she's like, I don't know how she would cover that up if it was the day before she got, beat up by Johnny Depp, she claims. And then she says, but the only thing that struck her as odd was after the interview with James Corden, she told her stylist, can you believe I did that with 2 black eyes? And then she was like, what? Like, she was like, how do you have 2 black eyes, And so survivors are getting really upset with her because they're like, if you're lying, you're ruining it for the rest of us. Like, if you really had PTSD, you wouldn't even be able to look Johnny Depp in the eyes. Like, because she stares at him the whole time she's like testifying. Or she's looking at the jury.
Yeah, she loves looking at the jury.
She's not breaking down. You know how hard it is to cry, like fake cry without a tear to come out?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, come on. How can you...
Come on, Brittany. You see I'm crying, okay? I look like Robert De Niro if I don't tear up.
And I go, how can you... Anyway, that's my only stress right now.
It is extremely sad and upsetting if this is all... I'm not saying that Johnny may have not, I'm not saying that he hasn't done anything.
Hey, let me tell you what.
But I'm just saying.
If he did, that bitch provoked him because there's so many audio tapes of her like just egging him. Like, she won't stop. Like, he'll be like trying to leave the room. And she's like, oh, I'm a big man. And she'll do like that voice. Like, I found so many audio tapes where she thinks she's in the right, but she's like just being mean to him, like harassing
Well, just like
him.
that whole, like, recently talking about how she never seen a grown man cry. Like my dad never cried. But it's just weird. You're in a privileged position to stand up and to correct in a domestic dispute or violence, and if it's not true, man, that's just like it's gonna ruin a lot of voices, considering how much of an impact the Me Too movement was and how many people got to have a voice. Like, that was a big, like,
she's on the next low. They had a phone conversation.
Ruin it for everyone.
Yeah. Johnny Depp tried to give her an out. That's how nice he is. He's like, before she went to court, he's like, I don't want to ruin your reputation. We could settle this. He's like, I already lost everything. But he's like, if we go to trial, you're going to lose your reputation and it's up to you. And she was like, I don't know. The lawyers are telling me to do this and that. And then he's like, okay, fine. We'll both put our whole lives out there for everyone to know. Yeah,
and that seeing the whole, this is the what do they call it? Public I forget what it's called now.
I don't know, but she said that in the court she was like, I couldn't stand all this publicity between us. But they had a clip of her on a talk show or like an interview for a movie, and they were talking about her relationship with Johnny Depp, and she goes, oh, does it bother you all the paparazzi around? She goes, I love it. I love the not knowing like where we're gonna be the next day. I love the constant, traveling, publicity, all that. I'm like,
it's just a lot of the things that she says is contradictory, and that's why, like, Johnny already had his fans, but I feel like now they feel stronger than ever to support him. And
and when that news came out, I don't think I even believed it at the time, but everyone was quick to call him a wife beater after that. And I was watching this guy, he's like an investigator for DV occurrences.
Mhm.
And he says he can tell Johnny Depp is not guilty because most people, if they're in that position, they would lessen what they did. So he says, because Johnny Depp was like saying, you know, all this stuff, everyone thinks I'm a wife beater now. But he's like, anyone else that was actually guilty would be like, oh, they think I'm guilty for, you know, harassing you, or say something. They would lessen what they did. Or like, you know, what people like, I forget what he was saying. But he was like, he said Johnny doesn't have like the tells of
Someone
of
who's
an
done it.
abuser.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dang.
Dang, well, I don't know.
But I don't know.
I
I
just
think
hope justice
she-
is served. That's all.
Yeah, it's gonna disappoint me. Even if he loses this, I think he would still have his career back. Like, all his fans are here for him. Because even if there's like one shred of evidence of him hurting her, that goes the whole case. But I was like, man, if that girl walked around and provoked me all day, there's no telling what I would do, you know?
At the very least, this trial will conclude with it will be decided, and at any rate, she will probably be her career
is gone.
Her career will definitely be hurt until she pops up later on to.
She doesn't need to be anywhere else.
I know, but she will pop back up to be an advocate of some sort, guaranteed.
Of her mental illness.
While Johnny, I feel like, will continue his career and probably, I think he's gonna have a little bit of a grudge. Like, he's probably only gonna work with the people who chose to still work with him, and that's
Robert Downey Jr. is vouching for him. He wants him to do a movie together.
I feel like, you know, he would work with, like, it was cool, like, to read the quotes from, well, I don't know if they're official quotes, but those quotes from Penelope Cruz and Javier Bardem, like, they had nothing but kind words. But I feel like those type of people he will more than happily do movies with. But like Disney, no way, Jose. No, he said
never. Yeah, he said they can offer him $300 million. He would never work with Disney.
I guarantee you, he probably won't work with Warner Brothers again. Like, there's certain things I just think that he's gonna remember. Like, now, look at it, the truth is out there, and you turned your back on me and cut me loose before you even found out the truth.
Yep.
You know, and I don't know. And even if it's just an ugly case, and it's sad that we have to watch. Like, it's their personal lives, man. It should have been. It just shouldn't have to be.
It's
public,
Johnny's personal life and Amber's made up life that she had.
It's just, yeah.
She had something in her head, like, I've been investigating this case for a while now.
Detective Whitney.
Yes. The bitch is crazy. Anyway, enough about that. You know.
Yeah. Let's.
The trial starts again on Monday. I gotta freshen up for my case.
I don't know. I don't know. I got a little suspicious on that one clip that everyone was sharing of her being scared of when Johnny was getting close to the witness stand.
Yep.
I was like, that looks like she's overplaying it.
The lawyers told her to do that. They had to. Because they could tell she's not afraid of him.
If she was really scared, she would have just stayed seated and probably started crying. But instead, she got up, did the whole song and dance of,
yeah. A person that's scared of their abuser would never even, they probably wouldn't even go to court. And they would probably, like, those tapes, they would never talk to their abuser like that. They would be like, oh, no, I didn't say it. But she, the whole time, is just talking shit to him. And he's like, just let me go. I'm leaving. And then she will not back down.
I won't back down.
In other messages, we watched Doctor Strange this weekend. Opening weekend.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, and we are going to spoil this movie, guys. So
spoiler alert.
At this point on, It's a spoiler, so if you're interested in seeing Doctor Strange, stop now. Come back to this. I got a lot of thoughts. If you want to come back to experience it, that'd be awesome. You can listen to it on Spotify and then listen to it on Apple Podcasts. That will bump up the listens. Um,
There you go.
but yeah, so like, yeah, we're going into spoilers. It's not. It's this movie's kind of hard to talk about non-spoiler wise, so we're just gonna spoil the crap out of it. So
Let's do it.
let's do it. Who should start? You want to start? Or you want me to start?
I'll go first because then I know you'll have good things to say about it.
Okay, let's see.
So this Doctor Strange, in comparison to the first movie, was more entertaining, in my humble opinion. Because the first one I fell asleep watching. This one I was awake. My so I give it I'll give it a rating and then I'll says why.
Okay,
I give it 3.7 out of 5.
that's pretty fair.
Let it be known. But I would not watch the movie again. And so the movie goes like this. Okay, hold on. The what I don't understand, maybe it's because I'm not a mom or any of that. I feel like Wanda's purpose in this movie was lame as hell. Okay, I know WandaVision was all about having her life with the kids and with Vision. And that's like her main purpose about being a Scarlet Witch. But it's such a lame purpose. Like, I just can't tell if she's a bad guy or not. And I know the director is like horror movie style, so it felt more like a horror movie at some points than a Marvel movie. What else do I want to say?
But do you remember though, like specifically the Scarlet Witch is? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Sam stretched. Scarlet Witch is kind of like they described it as a darker side of Wanda that took over. So she
Yeah.
technically is a villain, but the good is still inside her. It's just she turns, but she turns for good reasons though. Like she lost everything she's ever loved, and that's all they've done to her in the MCU is destroy her to the point where she has to do this turn.
I can see that. I was just saying at the time.
Oh no, you're completely valid. Keep going.
But
As
I
someone who-
I really like Wanda.
Mhm.
The girl that's in it's really cool. She can go
America.
travel through universes. What else did I want to say? I ran out of things to say already.
Well, maybe when I say stuff, you'll remember too.
What was really cool was the cameos. I wasn't expecting John Krasinski to be there. So is he gonna do a Fantastic Four movie?
That's my big question.
But anyway, Fantastic Four was kind of lame. But I'll watch it again.
Yeah, but it'll be new.
Maybe
and-
Chris Evans can be Human Torch again.
I doubt it.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was a cool cameo. Everyone was cheering at that part. And then the fork guy, what is that all about?
That's Bolt, Black Bolt.
Oh,
He's an Inhuman. That was a callback because it's so weird. They put out a series called Inhumans. It was supposed to be a movie, then it became a series. The series wasn't well received, so Marvel like super distanced itself from that series. And this was just I guess he was like a fan favorite, and so when they put him back in, they used the same actor to kind of give it a callback. But yeah.
I see. Yeah, that part hurt my ears when he used
What?
his power.
Really?
It was too loud in the movie theater, huh, babe? That one part was like anyway, and then
Like-
Professor Xavier was there, which was really
Why are you
cool.
looking like Amber Heard? The bee?
I don't know, maybe my ears are sensitive.
Yeah, probably.
I just thought the movie was funny.
Hmm.
It was like with them fighting with the musical notes. Interesting take.
That was cool.
And the trailer was more exciting than the movie, but the movie was still entertaining to say the least.
Hmm.
And it didn't feel too long, which is a good thing.
It was quick.
And what else do I want to say? It's sad that Doctor Strange can't end up with his lady,
Christine.
Christine.
I love that line. I have loved you in every universe.
Better put that in your vows, babe.
No, I'm just kidding.
Babe?
Don't you do it, Nathan. Okay. Does Nathan want to share thoughts on this?
Oh,
Or?
share your thoughts, babe. Share your thoughts.
You don't have to.
Put it in the mic.
I'll start off with my rating.
Uh-oh.
I give it a 7.
This guy's always on a different scale than us.
Yeah.
I really liked it. But I don't know what it was. It just didn't have. It just wasn't amazing.
Yeah, like Spider-Man was
but-
amazing. Oh.
I did really like all the parts with Doctor Strange in it, which is most of it.
That's good.
It's-
That's a good step.
we'll leave it at that for now.
All right, I respect that.
Good job, babe.
Wow. Any more, Britt?
What else do I want to say?
You got this. I believe in you. Okay. Well, we can't have just dead silence on the podcast.
I didn't know that scene where he has that flashback with Christine and she gets him that watch.
Oh yeah.
I felt that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I gotta say now.
That definitely adds to his attachment to the watch, because in the first one it's only hinted. Like, I mean, yeah, he flips it over and it says from Christine or some. She says a message from Christine on the back of the watch, and that's how you like. Oh, she gave him the watch. That's why he's so attached to it.
Yeah.
But actually having the context of it was really sweet. It was a sweet moment. It was a great way to keep that love a part of the movie instead of it just being a bookend thing. So, okay. I like this movie. I would not say that it's better than the first one. I hope
What?
I like the first one a lot more. It did remind me that MCU, they don't always have, okay, how do I say this? They don't always have an impact on the larger MCU. Sometimes it's just a solo movie. And we as fans have been getting spoiled a lot with these movies that have greater impacts. And I'm not saying that later on that this movie won't have an impact, because like if you look at something like Avengers Age of Ultron, initially when that movie first came out, people were like, what's the point of this? Like, it has not doesn't mean anything. Well, once you get to Endgame, that movie means a whole lot, right? It has a bigger impact, a greater impact than what you expected from when it came out in 2015 than it does in 2019. So I could see this movie growing in terms of how it's going to be attached to the larger MCU. The magic was really cool, and I really enjoyed the lesson from Strange. Strange received 2 very important lessons. The part where he knows that he loves Christine in every universe, and the part that he is the one who's responsible for the universe's ultimate destruction, because of his arrogance and because of the choices that he makes for the greater good. Sometimes
He's a surgeon. He's gonna
test his strengths.
Yeah.
So, okay, so things that I loved the that part where America and Strange go through those multiverses.
That was really cool.
That was so cool. There was a moment in particular where it got really quiet, and it was like, whoa, this is so cool. Yeah, I loved that part. It was just beautifully done. I liked seeing them go through each universe.
Yeah,
Lisette wanted me to point out that it was really awesome to have, and I agree with her, representation, that there was a America
Latina,
Chavez, Latina,
Latinx.
and it was really awesome to have that representation. And obviously, they're going to do a lot more with her, so that's going to really be
And she
important.
had 2 moms.
Yeah, that too. A lot of people were complaining that it's glossed over. It's, I could see why people were mad about it. That, we're trying to introduce inclusion and representation, but here's a quick 5-second scene of 2 moms. They're
Mhm.
gone. But I'm sure they're gonna pop up later, and it's gonna be different. But I enjoy that aspect. I loved Wanda's story because of WandaVision. I loved it. Oh my gosh. There was a moment, I think it's when she first attacks Carmitage. And is it Carmitage, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's the name.
It's Taj Mahal, right, Jorge? In that moment, my eyes started watering because I was like, man, because of WandaVision, it makes perfect sense. She lost Vision. The whole MCU as a series, she's lost her brother. She's lost the love of her life. She lost her kids. That was a breaking point. Um, and of course, she's getting influenced by the Darkhold, and
But
that's
she didn't learn her lesson from WandaVision, controlling all those people. Now she wants to kill a child.
But that's the thing. She's not controlling people anymore, so she learned that lesson.
She's on to her next
She's
lesson.
on to her next lesson.
Oh my
But I
God.
enjoyed it because of WandaVision. Like that, you don't go into this movie without watching WandaVision. I love
They said you should watch What If as well, which I
What
didn't
If
watch.
is pretty good. I like a few of the episodes I really enjoyed. I love Doctor Strange's entrance at when he leaves the wedding and he jumps off the building.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. The music note battle you talked about, that was really cool because I'm a big composer nerd, and it was so cool to have that musical sequence, that battle between Sinister Strange and Doctor Strange. Let's see here. Oh, I already talked about like how they talked about his faults. And it looks like he's gonna be better going forward as his position. And then the Illuminati, seeing Mr. Fantastic, Professor X, Captain Carter, Black Bolt, Mordo, and Captain Marvel was so cool to see in the universe. I forget what universe it is. I want to say 637, but that may be wrong. I mean, that probably is wrong. I can't remember what that universe was called. As a quick side note, that Dead Strange reminded me so much of the guy from freaking Hocus Pocus.
Oh, really?
You remember Hocus Pocus? The tall, what's his name? I meant to look it up before I came on here. Oh, what is his name? She resurrects him in the cemetery.
Oh,
And he finally tells
yeah.
her, "Go to hell."
Yep. I get
Oh,
you.
what's
With
his
the
name?
bad wig,
Oh yeah, Billy.
Billy.
Yeah. Anyways, but that's what it reminded me of. Every time he came on screen, I was like, God, he looks like the dead guy from
From
Hocus Pocus. Okay. All right. So some what I'm going to talk about, the things that were like that I could deem disappointing,
Mm-hmm.
are things on the on the larger part of the thing. Like there's one thing that's a nitpick, and then there's other things where it's just like, okay, maybe you can help me understand. Because overall, I really enjoyed the movie. I really wish with America's name, they should have gave her an alt. Maybe she had a nickname, or just call her Chavez, because it took me out of the movie when they said we have to protect America.
Yeah.
Where's America? It was very much like I mean, yes, she's from the comics and that's her name. What can you do? But it just felt like, I think Jeremy Johns pointed it out. He was like, I couldn't help every time they said America to think of America. Fuck yeah! From what was that
Team
puppet movie?
America.
Yeah, Team America.
World Police.
And he's totally right. That's what I kept thinking about when I was watching the movie. So that's a tiny nitpick. It would have been cool if she goes, my name is America Chavez, but you can call me Erica or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's my nitpick for that part. The problem, I think that the thing that hurts this movie, and the reason why I think gets its little mix, is that it it suffers from the expectation that Spider-Man No Way Home left.
Yeah.
So, and the fact that it has such a big title in the Multiverse of Madness, considering where we just left with Spider-Man No Way Home with Doctor Strange, and
Yep.
seeing how the multiverses were coming into the MCU universe, I think that's where it kind of fails, right? That whole idea and the concepts that they clearly set out in Spider-Man No Way Home was that the different universes are all different. They're the same person, but they look different. So the Peter Parkers, they're all different, right? We got our example. Tom Holland is ours. Then there's Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. All the villains that came from other universes probably won't look like the villain. Like if we got a Doc Ock in Tom
Yeah.
Holland's universe, he's probably not going to look like Alfred Molina. So that's what threw my mind off when I was thinking about the movie afterwards, going, how come when Doctor Strange went to all those universes, he still
He's
looked
still the
like
same.
Doctor Strange? You would,
Except for the third eye.
well, except for the third eye, and I get that, but I think there should have been a variety. Like that's the thing I think that I was kind of disappointed in. It was the fact that we only went to 3 universes. We had
Yeah,
one
that's true.
sequence where it was showing a whole bunch of things, but we only went to 3. We were in the MCU, then we went to the one that contains, I'm drawing a blank now. The Illuminati.
Yep.
What else?
And then
I'm missing one.
the main
Oh,
one that they're in.
the one that's in between the realms, right? Where the book
Oh.
is.
Yeah, you barely count that one though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, we only went to 3, so it was such a missed opportunity for a title, Multiverse
Yeah.
of Madness, not to visit at least one other place. Like, it would have been a cool 10-minute if they did a 10-minute animated sequence. Awesome.
That would have been cool.
It doesn't have to be a lot. Just I felt like there needed to be more multiverses to visit, other than the 3 that are in the movie, and technically 2 that are really visited. And so that kind of hurt. And then, like I said, the whole concepts of like they should have been different. Like, there's obviously variants of. That's the thing. The variants of Loki, is Tom Hiddleston Loki the entire time when he shows his variants?
That's true.
No.
Yeah, you got a good point.
So why is Doctor Strange the same? And that, so to me, I was like, that's disappointing, man. Like, I wish they would have. It could still be Doctor Stephen Strange, but like it should have been played by somebody else. You know, that ridiculous what's his name, Bruce Campbell cameo garbage with the mustard in his eye. They should have just had him dress as Doctor Strange in one of the sequences, have a little funny moment that he's Doctor Strange in that universe, and move on. Like,
Yeah.
I did not like the cameo that they ultimately went with. So that's what I'm trying to, that to me, that's been like kind of irking at me. It's been bothering me. And then so but then there's the other flip side for the Illuminati. So based on this movie, Doctor Strange is the same in no matter what universe, other than the fact that he may have went dark. He's still
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch, right? So does that mean with the Illuminati, obviously we have Mordo, who's already been established in the MCU through the first Doctor Strange, so he's still the same, right? Captain Marvel is technically Agent Carter. This is her universe. She gets to be Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel, excuse me, I blanked on it. Sorry, Captain Marvel is Monica Rambeau, which is Maria Rambeau, Monica's mom. So you remember the girl in this is getting all crazy. In WandaVision?
What girl?
The girl that she's in Wanda's world and Wanda sends her back out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she, I believe, is Monica. I'm sorry, I'm messing up the names here. WandaVision. Yeah, she's Monica. Oh gosh. So that's Monica. So the girl in this movie is technically her mom, Maria Rambeau, playing Captain Marvel on the Illuminati. And we know our MCU, it's Brie Larson. So that makes sense because that's 2 different people playing the same character. Then you have Captain Carter. That's what I meant by Agent Carter. Captain Carter is on there as well, and so that kind of, I don't know. I'm just trying to say, what I'm trying to say is this,
They should have played around more with the universe's characters.
and even if they had to use old people, like if they would have used the Reed Richards from the original Fantastic Four that came out in what 2004.
Maybe it costs too much money to do that.
I know, but imagine the payoff, because now it doesn't feel like John Krasinski is gonna be Mr. Like he's not gonna be Reed Richards. Like it feels like that's not. It was just a glorified cameo, and that he's not gonna show up in the MCU because of what they did. They did not follow their rules from Spider-Man No Way Home into this one.
That's true.
Am I making sense?
You make a lot of sense.
Okay, so it just feels like, because it makes sense with Patrick Stewart, because it's like, well, that's okay. He's not going to exist when you see him in the MCU. It's going to be a different Charles
Maybe
Xavier.
they blew all their budget on Professor Xavier.
Well, I mean,
That
I
was
don't know.
expensive.
I just, like I said, I don't want to nitpick it. It's just, you set up such a beautiful way of telling how everyone's the same but different in the Spider-Man No Way Home movie, that it didn't translate into this movie, and I think it doesn't live up to its title. If it was called Doctor Strange, My Love for Christine, different. Now I get maybe the Multiverse of Madness actually just applies to Wanda, but
maybe.
But the thing is, they didn't do enough to show that mad. Like, yeah, she's mad. She only went to one universe. She only wanted to go to one. It would have been so great if they showed her going to one and effing it up on accident. And then trying to find one that fits her. And then she finally finds one. That makes more sense, because now she didn't just pick one randomly and goes, I'm going to live here.
That's true.
No, she messed this one up and she got in trouble here. Maybe this one will work out better. Like, I don't know, that was a little bit of a disconnect for me in the movie. And then that's the thing that kind of disappointed me was, and I think Disney really messed up. I don't think they should have teased Professor X in their promotional campaign. I think that the whole Illuminati stuff should have been kept a secret, a whole giant secret. Because my theater was quiet, dude.
Really?
The only time I've had a good theater going experience is when I go to the Palladium. Like, I feel like the Palladium is filled with fans that want to see these movies.
Ours, the people were like, John. Okay, first, Agent Carter or Captain Carter comes up.
Captain Carter.
And then they go, woo! Remember?
Yeah.
And then John Krasinski came up. They're like, even louder whoop.
Yeah.
And then Captain Xavier got the biggest whoop.
Yeah. See, and we didn't have anybody in our theater. I was the only one that was like, yeah, woo. But nobody.
Just you?
Yeah, it was sad.
Maybe you went too early.
No, but the theater was packed.
Damn.
And I got to tell you one thing, YouTube algorithm, they need to fix that mess, because John Krasinski's cameo was ruined for me. Somebody from, I don't know what country they were, but they put it up, that 30 seconds of him showing up. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I literally just clicked onto YouTube to try to, find reviews or something, and that popped up. And I was so disappointed.
Like on the stories thing?
Yeah, like when that first main page where it's like you reload and it gives you stuff similar.
Yeah.
For some reason, those clips were popping up, and I was like, this is, they need to fix this.
Maybe you shouldn't check things when you're about to go see a movie.
I know, Brett.
Maybe change your YouTube feed.
Yeah, I don't know.
No more movies.
But like I said, I feel like what they set up with Spider-Man No Way Home, this movie had some big shoes to follow, and with the title that it had, it should have had way more. It felt like it should have had more impact, but in reality, it's a standalone Doctor Strange movie about him learning not to destroy his universe. Essentially, it's a solo movie. It's like Ant-Man. Like, I compare it to Ant-Man. Ant-Man's movie is all about Ant-Man, and he has that one cameo with Falcon, and that's it. That's what this movie is. It's all about Doctor Strange. It has the cameo of the Illuminati, but right now it doesn't seem like it has a greater impact on the whole MCU like Spider-Man did. I'm just saying. Like, and then that's another thing. America Chavez, great. I'm happy that she's in it. She shows up out of nowhere, right? And then Doctor Strange really wants to help her. What would have made that stronger? What if Doctor Strange, just what if, when he says everyone's going to forget Peter, when he's going to do the spell at the very end of the Spider-Man movie,
Yeah.
he really keeps it in his own head that he's the only one that remembers Peter Parker's Spider-Man, right? What if he did that? And since he knows about the multiverse, what if that was the whole premise of this movie, is that he was going to study these multiverses. He runs into America Chavez, who he wants to protect because he sees Peter in her being a scared little kid. So he wants to protect, like, it kind of solidifies why he wants to protect America, other than the fact that she's a kid who can't control her powers. I just feel like there was just, like I said, I feel like there was just some little story opportunities that they kind of didn't continue. And I was a little disappointed at the fact of, I said them all. I feel so tired of talking.
You
But
said
do you agree, though? Do you agree?
I don't know if I agree with that.
Which one?
Your thing about him having that connection.
I was just saying, like, I felt like he all of a sudden was like, "Don't worry about it, kid. I got you, kid." It was like, well, he was saying that to Peter. Like, I feel like it would.
But he's an older dude. He's got white hair.
I know, but it would have gave it a little more meaning if it was like, "I knew a kid like you once. I protected, and I will do the same for you. I'll get you out."
I guess that would be a good idea.
You know, and then if he was studying the multiverse, what if he would have visited like maybe 2, maybe 3 by accident using one of the books, and then America flies in. What are you doing here? You know, like, oh, who are you? You can jump. I've taken like all these rituals just to get to this place, and like I don't know. And that's why I said ultimately it felt like it was missing more multiverses. I feel like such a nerd right now. My rating for Doctor Strange, though, am I doing it out of 10 or out of 5?
Whatever you want to pick. I did 5. Nathan did 10.
You can do something else.
1
Out of 15.
out of 15. I should do a letter grade. We should, you know what? That should be our thing from now on, is that all 3 of us give a grade, but it's all different.
Different school. We do that already.
I know. I'm gonna say a. I'm just gonna say a. I'm gonna say a B minus.
B minus.
B minus. B
So
for boy.
basically, you're giving it like a 7 or 8.
Yeah,
I could see that.
or a 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do want to say this too. I did love that the movie started out with Spanish, Strange. Like they spoke Spanish.
Yeah.
Like that was cool. I really wish they wouldn't have switched though. I wish they just stayed in Spanish for the first part of the movie. Like that would have been really cool.
That's true.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Stu. Did you want to say something? I love you. You done? Oh. Wow. Woo. But anyways, that was my biggest concern. Like, especially John Krasinski. It's like we've been dying for him to play Reed Richards. Yeah, we've been dying for him to play Reed Richards. So I hope he actually gets to play him, and it's not just you know, like a glorified cameo. I hope it really happens, not a, you know, we're gonna find out it's actually played by me.
Whoa.
Anyways, guys. Anyways, go check out Doctor Strange. We did say we would see it again. Brittany says she would not.
I want to see it again.
What did you think of the post-credit? Let's get that out of the way.
Waste of
Wait,
time.
hold on. We didn't even get to spoil the whole movie, really.
Oh, yeah.
you-
So freaking Fast and the Furious shows up to save the universe.
Charlie Theron.
Fix him from doing another occurrence.
Well, what'd you think of the blonde
Charlize
lady?
Theron.
Oh,
That's supposed to be his girlfriend in the comic books, no?
I actually, honestly, I don't know.
That's what people says.
Okay. There's more stuff to talk about. I'm so sorry.
What's her name? Purple Lady, Doctor Strange.
Purple Lady. What did you think of Wanda's ultimate sacrifice, though?
I dig it.
I liked it.
I really thought Benedict Wong died.
Dude, I would have been so sad. He was great, by the way. Benedict Wong, Elizabeth Olsen, of course, Benedict Cumberbatch. Everybody in the movie did really great. I forget who plays America Chavez is Xochitl Gomez, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Everyone did great. Danny Elfman, the score was so much fun. I did miss the little bit of that Michael Giacchino flair that the first one had, but the Danny Elfman was pretty fun.
So Charlize Theron is Clea, the daughter of deities.
Deities?
Deities?
Deities. Yeah. And then, of course, the second post-credit scene was a bummer.
Oh, and that becomes his lover. She starts off as his disciple and
So
becomes his lover.
I wonder if that's the fulfilled, since, he can't be with Christine. That's what they're going to play with the next time.
Yeah, I think so. But what's with the third eye? Is that part of?
Okay, now here's the thing. The third eye, I read somewhere that I think it was Collider. They were speculating that it's the eye of Agamotto. I can't be 100% sure. But Doctor Strange is one of those characters that I don't know a lot about.
Me neither.
So it was weird when we got to the end and it was like he fixed his watch. Okay, that's cool. He's walking down the street. Then all of a sudden,
Yeah, that part was scary.
third eye!
And then that stupid hot dog guy.
Yeah, that's Bruce Campbell.
He's like, that's the end. Who's Bruce Campbell?
He is, well, he's known for Evil Dead, those old movies, Evil Dead. He's in Burn Notice. He has a cameo in every one of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies. If you remember, he's the guy at the wrestling ring who announces Spider-Man. He's what is he in the second one? He's the guy that won't let Peter into the show to see Mary Jane. And then in the third one, he is the concierge that's trying to make the proposal happen between Peter and Mary Jane. But he's made cameos, and that's kind of like his signature to be a cameo in Sam Raimi films. But he's also known as Ash from Evil Dead, I should say.
Interesting.
But I feel like it was disappointing. But of course, Marvel likes to do that sometimes, is to give you one post-credit scene, and then the next one is kind of like a throwaway. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Christine got married. They fought a big giant eye monster in the beginning.
An octopus. Where's that?
It was crazy. That was kind of cool. The action in here was really good. That Wanda fight scene at Carmitage was so sick. I love when she used the reflections of the water, and
that was scary.
when she came out of what is that thing called? The
symbol.
Yeah, the symbol. So cool. Elizabeth Olsen kicked ass in this movie.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I forgot anything. I'm pretty sure there is. Every time we do the spoiler reviews, I go, damn, I forgot to say this.
Don't worry. We spoiled quite a bit already.
Yeah. But like I said, there were some things that I found disappointing, but ultimately I really did enjoy it. And I think if you go in knowing that it's just a Doctor Strange movie, right now you're going to have a lot more fun. If you're somebody who is speculating or had expectations, or if you think it's going to live up to Spider-Man No Way Home, temper those expectations right now. I think I kind of fell under the, not that I fell for it, but I had just the title, the tease of Professor X. It was like, oh my God, we're going for another Spider-Man No Way Home level event here. And that's not the case, guys.
Never the case.
But it's enjoyable. Anyways, I don't know. That's all I got to say about that. Ramble
over.
There you go. Spoiler talk of that. I don't know what's going to happen next. Lisette says, well, I'll tell you after we record.
Uh-oh.
But yes, anything, Brittany, you close us off. That's how we do. You know how we do. Thank you guys for checking us out. Brittany, take it away.
This has been the movie reference with your hosts, Mark Anthony and Brittany. We are on Spotify, Apple, Anchor every Tuesday. We have our new episodes pop up. Sometimes there's extra people in the podcast. Sometimes there's not. We have some reoccurring guests, Nathan and Lisette. We're happy you guys can join us from here and there to provide your 2 cents of Android knowledge. Much appreciated.
And
Um,
your memory of movies.
Yeah, and your guys' very in-depth knowledge of movies and actors. I'm still talking. Thank you very much for supporting the podcast. Please go ahead and share this with your friends if you really enjoy. Share it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm talking Tumblr. All the social media sites. If you like us, spread the word. If you don't like us, still spread the word because someone else might. And yeah, I get controversial at times, but Margeli's here to reel it back in. So if you don't like the controversialness, then eat it.